Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Testing for Zoom. Can you hear me okay, Zoom community? Yay, beautiful. Can you hear in the room okay? Folks here? All right. So Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbos. Wayne Shabbat. So my name is Mackenzie Wren, she, her pronouns. I'm so excited to be here with a whole cadre of co-leaders for this experience. We have Rebecca and Ruben and Rebecca and Elizabeth and Rob and Amy and all of y'all. And Amy.
Well, let's give it up for the people who sat in the center. You know, everyone knows nobody wants to sit in the center.
Being here, 100%. So we've arrived at Shabbat. We are in the circle. We are so blessed to be here. We are a chanting people. We have a long history of chanting here at CBH and doing contemplative services, and it is with such great joy and excitement that we get to do this with Rebecca for the first time. So excited. Really feel so held. It's so beautiful. So what are we doing? We are lingering. That's what we're doing. We're lingering in the arrival. We are lingering in the moment of being in Shabbat time. This spiral, lineal unfolding of day moving into night, into sacred time, where we get to just be. And however we manifest that, however we practice that in our days, it is this time of having an extra soul, if that resonates with you. For me, it is this time of having extra permission to just slow down. Even if I'm going to cool things tomorrow, I'm still doing it with intentionality and slowing down. So tonight we will be sharing leadership, and all of your voices are incredibly important. We cannot do this without you all, because we are all us. How's that for really? That's deep, right? We are all us. We are the community that has come together for this evening here in person and on Zoom. And so the invitation is to breathe, relax, sing when you are so moved, and as always, in the spaces between the chants, to just let that silence fill you. Feel the reverberations that happen between our sweet bodies as we fill the room, and know that we are receiving and we are giving when we both lift up our voices and when we receive each other's voices. So we're starting with the grounding from Rebecca.
Welcome. I'm one of the Rebeccas. I had two C's. And I use she, her pronouns, and I am so happy to be here with all of you. Can people hear me okay? Is this enough? Good. So take a moment to arrive. Allow the day to fade away, thoughts of tomorrow to stay in the future, and allow yourself to be here, present, with your body, your breath, and in community. I see so many people have closed their eyes. I applaud that. Open them up for just a moment. Take a look around you. See the people to your left and to your right, the people behind you and across from you. Take in their beautiful smiles, make eye contact, and recognize the beauty in each of us coming together. We are greater than the sum of our parts. Now, if you would like to close your eyes, feel free to do that, or take a soft gaze. Feel your feet on the ground, your bottom of your seat. Allow your arms to rest, your hands, palms open. And begin to notice your breath, the life-giving breath. Allow it to help you sit just a little taller in your seat. Allow it to help you relax more deeply into the earth beneath you. Begin to bring your breath right into the center of your heart. Imagine you could breathe in and out right from the center of your heart. And as the breath enters and begins to expand in that heart space, allow it to open, to light up. As you exhale, send that heart energy out. Begin to imagine now, with eyes closed or soft gaze, your beloveds, the people here with you, the people who are not present. Can you see them with your heart? How does that change the experience of sight? To bring the heart energy present. Picture your neighbor sitting next to you, the person across from you or behind you, and shine your heart light on them as they shine their heart light on you. What a world this would be if we were all lit. Recognizing the divinity in each of us, the humanity. That's what seeing with the heart allows. Sit and breathe, and as we go through practice today, through our service, keep coming back to this heart energy and notice what you see.
And if you can, just take a little bit of that heart energy and wrap it around your being. This moment is so precious. This body is so precious. This breathing is so precious. Let's try it without it for right now. But let's listen to that. Just do it one more time, just so we can hear the sound of the shruti calling us in. This body, this breathing, this body, this breathing, this body, this breathing, this
Dodi li va'ani lo haroe bashoshani. I am my beloved, and my beloved is mine. We find ourselves in the flowers. This kind of implies, if I am my beloved and my beloved is mine, that somehow there's a sense of belonging to, and we may chafe at that idea. But really, we all belong to each other. We belong here. We belong to ourselves. We are our own beloveds. Sometimes it's harder to love oneself. We're the beloved of, in our community, we're the beloved of Spirit. This is a call and response.
So it's Shabbat, and we have beautiful candles, and we've got some extra candles this week. We're going to do Shabbat lighting, but I want to open this up to a community Shabbat lighting, and I'm going to ask if there's anyone who wants to come up and light a candle and give us a sense of something that you want to shine a light on this Shabbat. Something that's happening in your life, something that you want to put a little extra blessing in, something that happened this week that you want to lift up, something for the community, for the world. Way to light up our Shabbat candle lighting tonight. Yeah, come on up, Terry. Tell us and then do it.
Thank you, Jen, for reminding me.
Here,
I forgot. I became the great aunt of a twin boy and girl this Monday. And my heart is full. They are.
Go ahead and light a candle. You can light any of them that are up there. Anyone else? Yeah, come on up. Yep.
I want to note two things. Many of the people in this circle and others in the room, we've been doing mindful moments now for 3.5 years, which is just unbelievable, right? We started March 2020 thinking, oh, you know, a month, 2 months, you know, because of course this pandemic would be over by then. And here we are 3.5 years later, getting at least 15-ish, give or take, every single day. So I want to thank all of you who show up with me, because it means so much to me every morning, so thank you. Number two, quickly, Andrea and I have decided that my mom is 91, and we have been a little... Sorry?
Bis 120.
Yes. What you said.
Until 120. You shouldn't stop at 90.
Ah, there you go. We can talk about that, I don't know. But Andrea and I decided that she hasn't been up here since pre-COVID, and we were a little concerned that that might be a push for her, and we've decided to go for it, and she's coming for Rosh Hashanah. And I know many of you in the room know her and will be happy to see her, and she is ecstatic about coming. So.
What's something you want to light up, Susan?
I wanted to say that this past Tuesday was my mom's first birthday. And I miss her very much. Next week's gonna be a year, and it's not been easy, as most of y'all know. I've lost a parent or both, y'all understand. And this past Tuesday, I had the privilege of leading Minion. I lead it every other Saturday, but I was able to trade with somebody because I had plans tomorrow. But little did I realize that it was my mom's short sight Tuesday, so I got to light it with my Minion, and I even lit the candle with them, and it was just very meaningful to me. And I know my mom's looking down, and I still miss her to this day. She was a very big part of my life. And CPH has been a big part of my life, and I'm glad that I could be here with y'all.
Light the candle for your mom.
Susan, speaking of the evening minion, also began in March of 20, still going strong after 3.5 years.
So I'm going to be lighting a candle to shed some light for my son Alexander, who is starting his very first full-time big grown-up job on Monday. Well, it might sound a little cliche, but I would like to shine a light on friendship. I have brought my friend Mark here. He was my wife's friend's husband, and now he is my friend.
It's a lot of pressure on people. We're pausing as they're doing. So I've been spending a lot of time this past year working to end sub-minimum wage. So for those of you who don't know, it's still legal in Georgia to pay people with disabilities sub-minimum wage, which is crazy. And I was at an organization this week that is really supporting people who have high support needs, who have disabilities, to find jobs, and it really makes me hopeful, the people that I've been able to engage with around that and be at an organization that really got that. And it's my love's birthday today, and so also decided to celebrate him.
So it's my nanny yard site, and I came out when I was 18 to everybody but Nanny, because you just didn't know with her if you were going to get the lady or the tiger. And just before I moved down here, I had missed some family event, and she said, "Franny girl,
"Are you funny?" And I said, "Nanny, I'm a riot." She then wanted to know if I hang out at speakeasies. I said, no speakeasies.
And then we have 2 more.
So we often talk about families of choice, and I'm one of those people that has my extended family everywhere but here. So I've found, especially over the pandemic, where I've started to rely on the congregation more, rely on my community that I've made through this, and I really appreciate it, and so thank you for that.
Sharon, go ahead, come and say it, and then the 2 of you can light the last candle together. There's only one left, so say your blessing.
Okay. So I'm going to be chutzpahdik and come barging in here. I used to belong to this congregation some 20, 30 years ago and lived in Atlanta, and I want to illuminate my path back. I'm actually down here looking for a housing situation, and I got a couple leads, if anybody has an idea. But I really miss Atlanta, and I miss the people, and I miss the southern feeling. I was living in Philadelphia for a while, like 10 years. It was not as cordial, and things didn't happen. So I'm a dance guy, just so you know.
Before they light that, there's one other person.
You want to say one more that you're lighting up?
Sure.
I want to say 2 very quick things. Number 1, there are 2 new friends that I had a conversation with earlier today. Nan and Kat I, 2 lovely people. Had a wonderful conversation with them. And we'll discuss. And I'm very proud because I passed my bartending course today. So you might see me out there.
Yep, we're going to say the blessing together, so bring in the fire, the collective fire of all things we're lighting up.
When I was a college student and first started singing Shalom Aleichem, it used to just simply make me tingle. I felt buzzing beings all around me. Of course, the skeptic in me, the rationalist, doesn't accept the idea of angels at all. Even if we discard the popular image of a white-winged, white-robed human, or worse, a chubby little naked infant. Except for 2 chubby little naked infants, where are Terry's great niece and nephew. Not chubby yet, but soon. Little angels. One way I make sense of angels is to remember that there are many forces and phenomena, natural and human-made, that are beyond human perception or understanding. There are sounds we cannot hear, colors we can't see. There are radio waves and many other kinds of waves all around us all the time that we don't perceive unless we have a radio or a device to tune in. According to that great source of Jewish learning, Wikipedia, angels are described in Kabbalistic literature as forces that send information and sensations between humankind and God. They are not physical in nature, but spiritual beings. They're analogous to atoms or wavelengths or channels that convey a feeling, emotion, or message. They should not be worshipped, prayed to, nor invoked. So, just as we need a radio to receive or hear radio waves, I invite all of you to become your own spiritual radios today, open and tuned in to receiving whatever messages, feelings, and emotion Spirit is sending your way. Just as we tune a radio to pick up the station, so too do we tune ourselves in different ways. First of all, through breath, which I will take a deep one now. I invite you to. It's a good start for tuning our spiritual radios through song, through prayer, through meditation, perhaps through a smile or an act of kindness. Or maybe we tune our spiritual radios just by being here together. I want to play for you my own version of Shalom Aleichem, and I invite you to be listeners to this, since it's an unfamiliar melody. And at the end, we'll all turn it into a nigun together, a wordless melody with that. I wrote this in the form of a lullaby. It's also on a new collection of music that I just recorded recently, by the way. Yeah. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Elyon, Imelech, Malachei Hamlachim, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem Shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mimelech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruchuni L'Shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Elyon, Imelech, Malachei Hamlachim, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
Turning now to page 24, Psalm 96. Page 24.
Y'all will be happy to hear that I did not write this song and I have nothing whatsoever intelligent to say about it. So here we go.
Amy is, this song is about singing. So you're going to demonstrate exactly what this is about. There's nothing that needs to be said, just to enjoy the singing.
Singing.
Yeah.
Three parts. Rebecca is going to start with the bum, ditty bums, y'all know this, and we'll come in and just find our way through this beautiful orzo with Maria. So Rebecca will start us out and we'll join in and keep on building it. So have fun to see those magnified and amplified light beams.
Bum biddy bum 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 bum biddy bum. Tune back into your own hearts. That beautiful kavanah that Rebecca spoke of earlier. Can we see with our hearts? Where are you now? What's here for you now? What is your heart holding, seeing, being, feeling now? Turn to page 41. Are we ready to welcome in Shabbat? The beloved, the queen of ourselves, the royalty of ourselves, the royalty of divine connection. Lecha Dodi. We sing, there are many, many verses. Here tonight, we'll sing the verses on the tops of the pages, which means verse 1, 2, 5, 8, and 9, for those of you who want the numbers. And this is a tune by Batya Levine, which I first heard in the depths of the night, being sung in a sanctuary right before COVID, right before we went into isolation. This tune, and it lit up Shabbat for me like no other tune I had heard. So imagine the heart opening, opening, opening to bring in, to welcome the depths, the width, the beauty of Shabbat, the rest, the wholeness. Page 41. Lecha, lecha, Dodi, lecha, Dodi, likrat kala, penei, penei, Shabbat, penei, Shabbat, meka, Shabbat. Tivrotzi ve'e Adonai Taritzi al yad ish ben Parsi ve'nismecha ve'nagila lecha Dodi likrat kala penei Shabbat neka bela boi veshalom ateret ba'ala gam besimcha ubetzala tov emune am segula. If you want to bow, boi chala, boi chala lecha Dodi likrat kala penei Shabbat neka bela. We'll stay standing in spirit and body. Page 49 is Psalm 92, the Shabbat Psalm. I want you to hear how it's described. The Sabbath song. It's good to praise you, to hymn to your name, Most High, to tell tales of your love in the morning and of your loyalty each night. On the 10-stringed lyre, the harp and the lute, the instruments of love. Divine One, I rejoice in everything. Everything you've made pleases me. The sound of Shabbat. Let's just put it in the room, the word Shabbat, as quickly or as slowly as you want. Just hear it. Shabbat. 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 Shabbos. Shabbat. And take one more, little bit more, just bring it inside of you, Shabbat, into our bodies. Shabbat. All the way down. The Chatzi Kaddish is on page 55.
Yitgadal, v'yitkadesh, Shmei Rabbah. V'yama tifrach Yerutei, v'yamlich malchutei. V'chayechon, v'yomechon, v'chayei t'chol Beit Yisrael. V'agala, v'zman kariv, v'yamru, Amen. Yehi Shmei Rabbah v'murach, v'yolam v'yomei amaya. Yitbarach, v'yishtabach, v'yitpa'ar, v'yitromam, v'yitnaseh. V'yitada, v'yitaleh, v'yitallah, Shemei Kedusha, B'richu, Leila, Mikor v'yachata, v'shirata, Tushvachata, v'nechemata, Taviran, v'yamam, v'yimru, Amen.
Please have a seat. So we're transitioning from from Kabbalat Shabbat into Mariv, and transitioning, bringing in more holy, more ruach, more breath, more spirit. We'll bring Amy to bring us into this part.
With everyone who would like to join me. Dear Earth Mother, please send me your wind. Send me your wind, send me your wind, send me your wind. Dear Earth Mother, please send me your wind. Send me your wind, send me your wind, send me your wind.
Ruach Neshama.
Oh, Ruach Neshama, 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 Ruach Neshama.
Dear Earth Mother,
Dear Earth Mother,
please send me your wind, your word.
please send me your word.
Send me your word.
Send me your word. Send me your word. Send me your word.
Dear Earth Mother,
Dear Earth Mother,
please send me your word.
please send me your word. Send me your word. Send me your word. Send me your word.
Ruach Neshama.
Ruach Neshama, 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 Ruach Neshama.
And we rise in body or spirit for the Baruch. Yad. Oh, it's on page 57. Yadadai, 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 nature. The darkness of night is coming along fast, and the shadows of love close in the body and the mind. Open the window to the west and disappear into the air inside you. Near your breastbone, there is an open flower. Drink the honey that is all around that flower. Waves are coming in. There is so much magnificence near the ocean. Listen. Sound of big seashells, sound of bells. Kabir says, friend, listen. This is what I have to say. The guest I love is inside me.
There is so much magnificence in the ocean. The waves are coming in, the waves are coming in.
There is so much magnificence in the ocean. The waves are coming in, the waves are coming in. There is so much magnificence in the ocean. The waves are coming in, waves are coming in. There is so much magnificence in the ocean. The waves are coming in, the waves are coming in.
Umavir yom umevi laila, umavdil ben yom uvein laila, Adonai tzvaot shelo, El chai v'kayam, tamid yimloch aleinu le'olam va'ed, Baruch atah Adonai, ha'amariv ha'razim. Page 63.
Love is our birthright. We are love. We're surrounded by a great love.
Ahava
that love surrounding you. Really rub, feel, and see into your heart.
Continuing with a sense of being held by the love. And tuning in again to your heart and to the breath. And to your whole being as you sit here. Noticing your connection to the ground, maybe through your buttocks, through the chair, through your feet. And the way your spine rises up. Going towards the heavens, taking your place here. And as we prepare ourselves to proclaim the unity of life, the oneness of all that we believe, allowing yourself to gather in all the sparks from your week and all the parts of yourself that may be out there, just coming back again and again to the breath and to the sense of the oneness and wholeness of being. I'd like to suggest a particular way of offering the Shema, that when we do so, we'll again connect to the breath, and then with each out-breath, intone a word. And we'll say it 3 times that way. But before we start, some of us here are used to using the term Havaya, the Yud He Vav He, that is often spoken as Adonai. And this can be, it has a sense of earthly dominance, Adonai, even though this is the word and the name. And Havaya is a name that can be, it's the same letters and is more associated with beingness and presence. So whichever is better for you, please use that. But some of us, you may hear some funny things going on if you're not used to it. And the other thing is, Adonai is the same kind of sounds as the connecting pieces in the Mishkan. The Mishkan in the desert, that was the sacred space, was covered in skins, but there were structure beneath that. And the sockets into which those pieces fit were Adonim. So maybe thinking of God, or whatever you believe in or don't believe in, as the connecting force in the universe. So, just again tuning to the breath. And as you feel ready, allowing the next breath in fully. And on the out breath, we'll share the Shema. Shema. sensing yourself as Yisrael, saying this to yourself.
Moving to page 81, Hashgiving.
Sorry. Spreading over us the shelter of your peace. A wise woman a while ago now said that a certain song could be used to be sung for anything. When we were bidding Gayan farewell, Rebecca said that Gayan's emet could be used for any tune. And so I'm actually on page 589. Is it also page 81? Is that?
Yeah, it's on page 81 in the middle.
Okay. Yeah.
Of the page.
Do I? Okay.
The paragraph, the bottom of the first paragraph. Which you don't have it in transliteration. What page is it on transliteration?
On 589. And it's the second line is where we start. So we're going to use Gayan's emet tune for Ufros Aleinu. And really begin breathing in as we have entered the dark of the evening, and let this canopy of peace surround us, this love that is filling us. And then we'll also do the Yaidados.
Share
Keep it going, y'all.
Page 85. Now you just stand. Spirit, body.
Vishamru comes from shomer, to be a watcher, an observer, a guardian. By showing up here today, all of us are shomrim. We're all guardians of Shabbat. We're going to do Vishamru just a little bit differently tonight. We're going to take a breath, use our whole breath for this word Vishamru, take another breath, and then launch into the rest of the song. It'll become apparent. So just let your voice out for Vishamru, all of you Shomrim. Vishamru. B'nai Yisrael et Shabbat, Asod et Shabbat, V'dorta Berito Olam V'shamru. B'nai Yisrael et Shabbat, Asod et Shabbat, V'dorta Berito Olam. B'nai uven b'nai, can you start that verse? B'nai uven b'nai Yisrael, here we go. Oti le'olam, Oti le'olam, Oti le'olam, Vishamru. B'nai Yisrael et Shabbat, Asod et Shabbat, V'dorotam Berito Olam. Ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai et Hashamayim ve'et ha'aretz v'shamru. B'nai Yisrael et Shabbat, Asod et Shabbat, V'dorotam Berito Olam.
standing on page 91 through 107. If it is your tradition to read the Amidah, to pray the Amidah, please do. And if it is your tradition to hold silence and be in the internal flow of this moment, please do. And when you are ready and when you are complete, please sit down. We start together, 91. Adonai, Sifata Tiftach, Ufi Yagidei Latera. Open my lips, beloved one, and let my mouth declare your praise. We're about to receive beautiful Torah from Elizabeth Cohen. So take a moment and just move your bodies. You can receive fully.
Can you all hear me?
Yes.
Good. So, here I am with Re'eh, Parshat Re'eh, which is the last Parsha in this month. And before we go into Elul and prepare for the holidays. Re'eh is look, see. Rebecca was touching on that earlier. Pay attention. Open the eyes of your heart to see deeply. So the first couple of lines, see, Re'eh, singular. I'm setting before you, Lifnechem, plural, all of you today, a blessing and a curse. The blessing if you listen to the commands of the Lord your God that I'm giving you today. And the curse if you do not listen and turn away from that I command you today by following other gods. So we are individually and collectively asked to awaken, commanded to awaken, to see always the choice before us, and to know whether we act wisely or not, there will be consequences. And as Rabbi Shefa Gold speaks, it's now, in the time we live in, this stormy time, it's imperative for all our sakes to wake up and live from the widest possible understanding and vision. There's enough people in reactivity. This is my birth parsha. I became bat mitzvah here 6 years ago, prompted initially by laning envy. Actually, it was penis envy, because I grew up in a shul where women had no participation at all. In fact, the big gifts ended up being these phrases in the text. I thought it was going to be learning to lay, but it was working with these things. I both loved that we're offered a way of connecting, of mitzvot, and I struggled deeply with the curse being an integral part of Torah. The text, this particular text, struck such a nerve in me, and fear shuttered down my lens. It was not this wide open heart, it was fear, contraction. The 6-year-old in me felt cursed by a stern God for having strayed from the path of Orthodox Judaism into which I was born, and following other ways, marrying a non-Jew on the full moon of Pesach, no less, raising our son with bare connection to the riches of the tradition I'd been steeped in. I felt cursed for that. I felt cursed for treasuring the small Kuan Yin figure. It's Chinese embodiment of compassion. She hears all the sorrows of the world. A wedding gift from my teacher that still sits on my altar. I felt cursed even though an Orthodox rabbi who stayed in the room said, "That's not an idol." This stuff is not rational, folks. Sorry, I'm stuck here. There we go. There's no end to the rabbit holes that we can go down when the lens is narrow and we're living out of reactivity. I'm sure each of you has your own way of doing that, whether it's self-judgment, as in my case, or other delusions of all kinds, anger, fear. In my narrow view, the curse was all about me. And from this contracted perspective, I felt cursed even for one of the greatest blessings of my life. Encounters as I came out of my first marriage with Taoist teachers who led me back to my Jewish root, and then practicing Vipassana, insight meditation, seeing, re'eh, Buddhist and mindfulness meditation. Thankfully, from them I discovered ways to deal with my reactivity, see more fully with the eyes of the heart. And despite acute self-blame and judgment for all the pain of my life that arose reading that line, thanks to the practices, I could see with a wide enough lens the nature of this reaction and respond more wisely. I could let the mud settle till the water was clear enough, and miraculously and gratefully the lens of my heart did open wide again, embracing the suffering of this child in my 74-year-old body, accepting the grief for the path not taken, and still savoring fully the present with the amazing blessings that I've received from all my teachers, Jewish rabbis and others. And I've been privileged, and all that I've been privileged to encounter. Through all of them, I have learned to connect to Source, for which I'm forever grateful. So the big learning that Ray offered me that lasted way longer than my ability to lay in the Torah came from being one of God's wrestling people, Israel. After months of grappling with the text, word by word, I grew out of the childish notions and knew deep in my bones that I could sit here today and say that whatever tradition I followed, the blessings are similar. They all count. The blessings of the human heart, love, yearning for connection with a mystery through whatever part we have available to us is what matters. The values of benevolence, loyalty, faith, righteousness, right relations, filial loyalty, honesty of the Taoist path have brought me delightedly home to a renewing and reconstructing Judaism with more energy accessible for what I bring to the world and to fulfill the sacred imperative that Rabbi Shefa Gold speaks of in this stormy time, for each of us individually and collectively to do all in our power to access the divine flow and act in harmony with it. So I'd like to end in this parsha. There's so many things I couldn't say, but in this parsha, there's a whole enactment of just blessings and curses. Curses we're going to leave, but I'd like to end by sharing a blessing for each of us and collectively. May the source of all life bless us, that we find ways to heal all that is in the way of fulfilling our best intentions for aligning with the source and our wisest and most vibrant selves, and to bring the best of who we are forward. May we see practices that serve life. May we open our eyes to see clearly what is in us and before us. May we see the choices we face daily and listen deeply to our calling. See from the heart, so our thoughts, words, and actions bless us, each other, and the world. To see that our choices really matter. And may we be discerning about what we take in: energy, food, news, media. And this especially in a time where so much that we see, it's unclear what the truth is. So that knowing from the heart is essential. It's our only way of orienting ourselves in this. May we, see possibilities even at times when we feel helpless or hopeless with what is happening around us. Final one, Hakarat Hatov. May we see the hidden blessing in all things and savor joy to nourish our hearts and inspire our spirits for justice and peace.
We'll continue the blessings for healing.
Yes. I want to first just bring forward the people of Hawaii, of Maui, Lahaina, and the suffering that is happening there. In my personal practice, I recite, and I also will teach, a loving kindness meditation, and I think that it is very appropriate right now. And this is part of my personal meditation, my personal metta, loving kindness prayer. And I start by bringing it to myself. May I know healing. May I be a source of healing for others. May I know peace. And then we send it out. May you know healing. May you be a source of healing for others. May you know peace. May all creatures know healing. May all creatures be a source of healing for others. May all creatures know peace. Please bring forward the names of the people in your life who are in need of this message of healing and heart energy. Please say their names.
Jenny Williams Cohen, Sharon Miller, Rosalie Levy, Pepe Lurie, Naya Brown, Mona Lisa Schultz, Linda Staples, Amy Kraft, Naomi Stauber, Carla Caraballo, Sarah Griscom, Margie Osheroff, Talia Bat Yehudit, Jeannie Heinzen, Nancy Gerber, Scott Gerber, Billy Nach, Ann Schley, Peter Bauer, Leslie Bauer, Malcolm Estroff, Steve Summers, Alan Brendel, Sharon Kuttner, Janet Harden, Susan Finelli, Bet Prestwood, Abby Drew, Shelley Kotlier, Jay Rosen, Diane Dexter, Don Tarter, Hayden Namkung, Fran Shahar, Jessica Brown, Yiska Bat Talia, Teresa Barnett, Nusin Hakohen, Ben Esther, David Friedman, Sonny Caldwell, Benjamin Gittleson, Terry Pahachik, Elaine Harris, Marjorie Adler, Anna Levy-Sprick, John Isbister, Gertrude Braunstein, Elizabeth Cohen, Ruth Canfer, Melissa Cutler, Jerry Cagle, Shoshana Mitzner, Carolyn Levantly, Dave Schechter, Simcha Bat Haviva, Steve Osheroff, Wendy Belkin, Andrea Estroff, Kim Flanagan, Neil Schnall, Bunny Van Adelsberg, Carol Orenstein, Sherry Cassidy, Jackie Leary, Mark Kogan, Maurice Graham, Ali Sharman, Glenn Sattel, Martin Glickstein, Margie Cohen, Margie Cohen, Nolan Bryce Wilson, Marvin Robinson, for all who have been named and those who have not. Let us.
And for anyone on Zoom, if you have not, please bring their names forward. Ana Elna, Ana Elna, Ana Elna Refana La, Ana Elna, Ana Elna, Ana Elna Refana Lo, Ana Elna, Ana Elna, Ana Elna Refana
I'd like to invite someone who doesn't yet know that they are being invited to read for the prayer for the end of hiding. Who in this room is feeling the call? Yes, feeling the call. Yeah. And we'll just get us started. It might be in the back of your prayer books. If you don't have it, there are some in front.
And there are several different versions. All right. If we're ready. As LGBTQ Jews, we're aware of the loss of integrity we suffer due to the pressures of larger society. We often feel forced into dishonest presentation of ourselves, to ourselves and others. The LGBTQ individuals who feel they must pretend to be something they are not. The Jews who feel they must be alienated from their tradition and community to win larger acceptance. Both are victims of the theft of identity and integrity committed by the sexual, gender-identifying, or religious minority. Creator of the universe, we ask that our hiding draw to an end, that we no longer feel we have to pretend, to promise falsely, to renounce ourselves, and that our fullest creative expression as Jews and as lesbian, gay, transgender, bisexual, and queer people be among the blessings you bestow upon us. Amen.
last two words of the Aleinu prayer will continue as a chant. Turn to page 131, The Mourner's Cottage. For those of you who are observing a yard-side or in a period of mourning, please stand and say the names after the names until the room.
Sylvia Gross and Michael Kinsler, past presidents.
David Corfin. Sadie Zinn. Jerry, my father. Nancy Shazo.
It's our tradition in this community to rise on the second paragraph of this in honor of kind of in solidarity of folks who are observing and in mourning, and also for people who don't have anyone to speak a mourner's cottage to pray on their behalf.
For the victims in Maui.
Victims in Maui. Anything, anyone else? Zoom, on Zoom? Anybody on Zoom? Anyone on Zoom? Thank you. Oh, anyone on Zoom now?
I'm unmuted them so they should.
Great, thank you.
Hazel Carp.
Hazel Carp. Page 131. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shmei Rabbah, Yamad yivarach v'yirtzeh v'yamim maloteh, v'chayachon v'yomechon v'chayei t'chol beit Yisrael, v'agalah v'zman kariv v'yimru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah v'yarach v'olam v'nei ha'maya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitahar v'yitramam v'yitmaseh, v'yitadar v'yitalev v'yitalal shmei Kedushav v'reihu, le'elam v'kol birchatav v'shiratav, tush v'chatav v'nechematav, damiram me'alma v'yiru amen. Yehei shlomo Rabbah v'yishmael, v'chaim v'yoleinu v'kol Yisrael, v'yiru amen. Oseh shalom v'ramav, hu yaseh shalom, aleinu v'kol Yisrael, v'kol yoshvei tevel, v'yiru amen. You can have a seat, and I'd like to call up Marcy, who's going to be giving us some announcements.
Wow, it's pretty tight here, right? I think y'all can hear me though, right?
Okay. We'll make room for it. Nice try, Marcy.
You know, we stand up. Shabbat shalom. My name is Marcy Alt. I'm a board member for this congregation. So first, thank you very much. Thank you, Nancy, right? She was greeting us tonight. Thank you. And the staff on site. I think Abby's back there, right? Our our facilities coordinator, Kelvin, I didn't see him though. Rashida's here, okay, good. And then tonight's police officer, her name is Nicole, she's awesome. Make sure to thank her on your way out. Our service leaders, Rebecca, thank you so much. And of course, I can just go right around the room with everybody's name, just in case you didn't know them. Mackenzie and Amy and Rebecca, Larry, Saffron. Saffron. And Rob. Of course, Ruben and Rob. And did I miss anybody? Elizabeth Cohen. See, I knew it right away. All right, this week's O Night sponsor is as well Elizabeth, and happy birthday.
Rob, in honor of all the people who kept mindful moments going the last years.
Awesome.
People who showed up, just like that this day.
And of course, Amy and it's Rob's birthday, right?
Yes.
I messed that whole lineup. I just want you all to know. This Amy is Rob. I know, but you know what?
Oh, yeah, it's all.
They have All right, so join us for Sips and Strings. It's August 16th at 7 o'clock. Calling all music lovers, gather for Fiddler on the Roof. It's a sing-along here at CBH. Tradition.
Are you going to do a ball dance for us?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm coming. I'm definitely coming for this. I'm signed up for it. So we're all invited to our monthly chanting session. And join us on Sunday, August 28th at 9:30 a.m. for a soul-refreshing chanting session in person at CBH. And discover forgiveness in Elul for Explore the Path to Forgiveness with Rabbi Mike and Rebecca Goldsmith on Sunday, August 27th at 6:30 p.m. Details for all of these and everything else is they can be found on the CBH website. So a few more items to mention. Our wonderful Hesed Care team now has a form to request services. See the Engage tab on the website, and it works. We are having a CBH Community School T-shirt design contest, and you don't have to be a kid in Hebrew school to, try and do the design. We do, however, need them all the artwork in by August 13th, which is tomorrow, right? 2 days, Sunday. So you got 2 days. Go home and start drawing. If you're interested in helping out before, during, or after the high holidays, contact me. I'm going to do much just like that rather than say my name. Is that okay? Yeah. Okay. So contact me. You can contact me by my email address. It's marcy1964@gmail.com. I'm looking for greeters, and I'm looking for ushers and security, or however else you want to help with volunteering for the high holidays. So please drop me a line. I need some people. Okay, drop me a line. We're always looking for O-Night sponsors. Please let Terry know. Be sure to check your bet mail on the CBH website for the latest in all upcoming events. Amazing. Shabbat shalom.
We're going to end with Oseh Shalom, which is, can we please have peace, the makers of peace, who makes that is which is made peace in the heavens may also be made peaceful here in the world. So we're going to sing that. Since we were really in contemplative space tonight, we're going to slow it down in just one simple short sentence of Oseh Shalom. You may remember this, or this may not be familiar, but put it on anyway. Oseh. Nope, that's not right. Nope.
You see about going to the light.
Oseh, thank you, Marcy. Biroma. Uyaseh Shalom Aleinu. Ve'yachol Yisrael.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Rob and Elizabeth.
And all August birthdays.
Happy birthday to you.
Yes, we are passing around our Kiddush cups. If you'd like to join me on page 119 for Kiddush. 119, 119. May I don't have a cup yet. I got it. Marcy, I'm good. Sabri! Chaim, Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzav banu, koshon shel v'yahavav ratzon, inchilanu, zikaron l'maaseh bereishit, ki hu yom tehillah le'mikra'e kodesh, zecher l'tzilat Mitzrayim, ki elenu karata, le'atanu kidashta, la'avodatecha, v'shamat kodeshecha, ve'ahava u'ratzon, hinchaltanu. Baruch atah Adonai, mekadesh hashabbat. Amen. Chaim. And our, here comes the challah. Take a moment and grab, touch other folks. Connect with someone who is connecting with the challah. If you would prefer, put your hands in the air or just feel our way in. Will you touch me? Baruch atah Adonai.